So I'm just coming off the previous video, what's marketable in 2020, 2021, and spoiler alert, apparently it's romance novels. Check here to see that video. Problem is, I suck at writing romance. So I gotta ask, how do I write a romance novel? Hi, my name is Marcus, and I'm the idiot on the writer's block. If you're new to the channel, I, the idiot, ask experts for tips on how to write, publish, and promote my first fiction novel. Check this link right here. It's a playlist for all the questions that I've already asked on the channel. Go, click it. I'll be here, you come back, I'll carry on. And if you liked those videos, YouTube apparently really likes it. If you liked the video, put a comment down below, share it to your friends, and subscribe to get more tips on how to write, publish, and promote your fiction novel. Now, as I said earlier, my experts have told me the book genre that is most marketable in 2020 and 2021 is romance. I don't know how to begin crafting romance. I can see it on screen, but for the life of me, I don't know how to put it on paper. And look, I will clearly admit, it's because I'm an idiot, right? I know that. Hands up, the channel is named The Idiot on the Writer's Block. Idiot, Writer's Block. So I have to ask the question, and I have to put it on the writer's block for this week. How do I write a romance novel? Here are experts to give me tips on how to write a romance novel.
My personal opinion is you have to show very early on why these two specific characters are perfect for each other. I mean, heart-melting perfect for each other. And it can't be obvious to them. And so that's kind of the tricky part there. But the way a romance author masters their work is they have, much like someone in fantasy, right? So you have all of these plots and subplots. Well, you've got two character arcs, you've got two external arcs, and then you've got two internal arcs. And the secret is weaving all of those in together and eventually making the two come together.
I definitely say avoid the uber dominant male and the uber feminine female. It's so tired. It's so tired. Like, I'm sorry, most women are just not like that anymore. And I don't think a lot of men are like that anymore. Certain areas maybe, but I don't think men want to be seen as that uber dominant controlling person. And a lot of not partners either way, like whichever way we go, partners who are trying to maybe change the other or saying, you know, being together makes you better. I think that trope is tired. I would avoid that at all costs. It falls very close to stereotype a lot. So it's hard to get right.
Well, in romance, a trope to embrace could be the faithful soulmates trope. This one is definitely one of my favorite ones, and it's the trope hiding behind the title of my first book, Hated to Meet You. It's my own personal belief that people are destined to meet with each other, and that whatever is meant to happen will eventually. That's why I believe this trope is a really great addition to any romance book.
There is a pretty defined romance structure that I don't love that everybody follows the same structure, and, you know, boy or girl or boy meets boy or girl, and they usually don't get along, or something sparks them to get along, and then they get thrown together for a bunch of things, and then one falls for the other doesn't realize it, they have a big fight, they come back together, and it seems like that's just done over and over and over. It's all about miscommunication, which drives me bananas in a relationship. But recently I read a paranormal romance, which again, I don't read, but I was betaing for another author, and she wrote it so funny that all of a sudden I could see kind of the charm in romance. It played with kind of that standard structure. It turned it upside down. The characters were idiotic and literally were turning themselves into things that they shouldn't have been. And I found it hysterical. So I think romance comedy, I could really get behind. Any writer that really kind of turns that structure upside down. I just found it delightful.
I mean, I'm praying poly romances become more of a thing. I'm hoping. I know that's a stretch right now with the industry, but cross your fingers, we keep growing. The one bed in the room where they have to share the bed will always and forever be a romance trope that we've championed. It just is.
Personally, I don't like any form of abuse. I don't like any form of cheating. I don't like love triangles.
And these love triangles are my pet peeve in writing and reading. I can't do love triangles. I can't write love triangles. I hate it. And I've also hated it when I read Twilight. The love triangle between Bella, Edward, and Jacob. It was just, no, we could do without it, I believe. Could be the enemies to lovers trope is also really great because this has to do with two main characters that are sworn enemies, and they gradually warm up to one another. And well, that means that there's going to be great character development here, and it's the slow burn romance that many readers like. So it's a really great trope.
Enemies to lovers, because I love it. And that can mean a lot of things. I saw somebody do a tweet the other day that said, technically Pride and Prejudice is enemies to lovers. And like, yeah, it kind of is. And I love that there's like an offshoot of that where you realize it doesn't have to be enemies like you're sword fighting and trying to kill each other. So I think there's, again, so much you can do with villains, enemies to lovers. I would love to see something like the stay-at-home dad and the businesswoman, where you're flipping that whole, homemaker versus man earning the bacon thing. And you're seeing how they both can completely cohabitate happily and be happy with their stations and happy with each other. And obviously we definitely want to see more romance leads that are people of color and marginalized, because we have, 1,001 white relationships. I think we can finally admit they're not the only ones who have these experiences. So we definitely want that. And I would love to see, interracial couples as well, because that's like a real thing. And we don't seem to see it a lot.
I do believe that you should see the two characters and you should be like, wow, these two are perfect for each other. And no matter how you tear them apart, eventually making their character arcs kind of bend towards each other, have them fall in love, and then make sure they do everything they can to find their way to one another.
And there you have it. Experts have given me tips on how to write a romance novel. What I'm going to do, as soon as I get Atticus the Mighty polished, I'm going to jump headfirst into beginning a romance novel. So stick around, because you're going to help me to write a romance novel. You know what? That's actually a great idea. You're going to help me write a romance novel. Jump into the comments to this video right now and work with me on writing a romance novel. Thank you to the experts for all their advice. You can check the description for links to their work. But what did you think about their suggestions? Do you agree or disagree with their thoughts on how to write a romance novel? Do you have your own ideas, or maybe you're even working on a romance novel yourself and would like to talk about it? I'm getting people to help me so I can help people. So jump into the comments and let's interact. Also give us a like, share with other people that might want to know how to write a romance novel, and subscribe for more tips on how to write, publish, and promote your first maybe romance novel. I'm Marcus, and I'll see you next time. I can stand in front of tens of thousands of people and give a speech off the top of my head and not feel half as nervous as right now me thinking about going in to write a romance. I didn't think it was going to be that bad, but I am bricking it. I am bricking it. But hey, it's growth. It's growth. It's